Hey everybody, I'm Crow. Welcome back to Faster Than Light. We are still looking for more crew members. I've got a decent laser set up. If we need to, we can put 2 more points into this and have our second charge laser working, which should get us through most anything. I doubt we'll be running into triple shields this soon, but if we did, that would help us get through them. We've already got double shields, which is awesome. Because we're in a nebula, the jump is only like... I think because we're in a nebula system, it's not as good as if we were in a regular nebula, but this is probably only like 75% of a normal jump or something. So we should be able to hop around here, though. Ion Storm. Okay, probably not there. But something like that or something? I don't know. Let's see how far we can hit around here. We need more crew members primarily, but we have options. A black market weapons trader spins you a tale of the dangers of the nebula before pushing his wares. Ordinarily, we wouldn't. I mean, ordinarily for this game, I would, because we need to get as much scrap as possible. We're kind of evil. What do you have? A single-shot laser and that. Okay, so you'll never be able to hurt us. Unless they have a Mantis crew, though. We only have a single shot of the teleporter, so I'm a little hesitant to jump over there, but they don't have a med bay. And if there's only 2 members on that ship, I think our 2 Mantis should be able to beat whoever they are. I wonder if we should risk that jump. If there's 3 of them over there, we could be in trouble. But if we could stall for at least 20 seconds, is that a risk worth taking? Let's send a boarding drone. That'll soften them up. And because they can't really hurt us... Yeah. Yeah, a single shot and this should never be able to get through our shields. So we don't need evasion. I wonder. If we don't need evasion, then we don't need engines. Because we're not going to have it with him out of the pilot's area anyway. If nothing else, we could keep sending boarding drones. So let's teleport over here, and while they're distracted by that, I want to search the rest of the ship for more people. Nope. There really is just 2 of them. Either that or they're running around here as fast as we are. It's cool that we can send over a scout. And all it costs is a drone part. There are no more life signs remaining. You get 27 scrap. You 2 together, please. Back to the ship. Ooh, wait, medbay first. Medbay. And now that that's good, we can actually have engines. And I'll take that point out of there so that we can prepare things otherwise. Return crew to positions. And prepare to jump. Yeah, they're not making too much progress. That's nice. A heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding in the nebula at this beacon. Before you have time to make contact with them, they fade into the nebula. We can lock onto them. You beam the Federation crew aboard. One gladly joins your crew. The rest wait to be dropped off at the next station. Couldn't have gone better. Okay, he's a human, so he will learn how to use this much faster. Ooh, he's almost a second-rank pilot, though. We were actually really good on evasion then. We must have been dodging a lot if he actually got to that point. We do have a weapons system now, so I guess it would be good to have someone on there. And you can go over here. Shields? Maybe more evasion. We can have them move between here for whatever reason. I mean, I can just select them like this and have them run over here real quick if we need to board. It's not like it has to happen instantaneously. Do we have time to check all of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the 6th one would be out. It would be like 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll see. We'll jump down here, and if it looks bad, maybe we'll jump 1 up early. You cycle through the wideband comm channels as soon as you arrive. Nothing but static. See, that's the thing I worried about. Because I know there's good stuff here since we can fight them. Maybe we'll just do this, but risk the Ion Storm? That could be bad. I don't know. Either way, I want to go to the locations where we know something will happen. You spot a rebel ship in the nebula ahead and stay off their radar. Try to engage? Sure. You get disoriented in the nebula and lose your bearings completely. It takes some time to get back to the beacon. It's likely the fleet has had time to advance closer to your position. Ooh, that's never happened before. That is a big jump. I'm glad we came up here instead of going there first then. We would have time to move over there. I don't know that we have the power to do that, though. If we lost half of our power, we could only keep one rank of shields up. But if we could... Oh, no. Because we might not have enough power for the boarding drones. Let's stick to the safer ones. This can still jump up there. We should be able to make at least 3 jumps. A pirate ship arrives shortly after you. Judging from the fact that it is attempting to avoid your ship, you assume that it's a smuggler. Attack. Beam. Single shot. So they can't hurt us. Alright, that means that we're probably going to end up boarding them. Though this is a big ship, so I doubt there's only 2 people on it. So if they can't get through double shields with this and this, that means that there's no reason for us to dodge. So I could take the power out of that, or we could just temporarily take it out of oxygen. Yeah, I guess we could do that. I'll put this in here. We'll send over a boarding drone and see if you guys don't go, or can go over to help or something. Engie. That bodes well. So let's teleport you guys into here. Ooh, it's mostly Engie. And this boarding drone will actually help hold down that human. Actually, it looks like it's going to win. Anything in here? Anything in here? Nope. So there was 3 of them. Combat Drone Mark 1. Ooh. Searching the remains, you find the cargo was a military-grade drone schematic. You bring it upon the board, or you bring them aboard. You bring it on aboard to install on your ship. And you get more stuff. So we'll bring them back. Get our oxygen back because breathing is fun. And then fix them up. Everybody back to your positions. And we're all good. Take those points out. Yeah, we can still make these. I'd make it there. Good. Lots of extra jumps. You jump into a calmer part of the nebula. However, your relief fades as Rebel Scout jumps to the beacon and moves into attack. Double shot. And a laser. So this is a threat. And we will be using the charge laser. Miss, please. Oh, we only have 15% evasion. Yeah, basically to be expected at this point. I need to get rid of their evasion first. So, let's attack there. Wow, the timing on that. Wow, the timing on that. I mean, if I activate the defense drone, then there's no threat of them ever getting us. Maybe I should just use a defense drone. I mean, we have the extra power anyway. Oh, right, I switched you out for a defense drone, too. Oh, that's... Nice. I had to fire prematurely, but... with that broken, this thing isn't a problem. Alright. And they're not strategically using it, that just happened to line up, apparently. They're just using it on cooldown. Though I guess that could be a strategy. If the first one hits, we wipe them in one go. Yep. The ship explodes, leaving behind stuff. We should quickly upgrade our engines and our power. Nebulas are known to be popular Mantis hunting grounds. Information you would have done well to heed here. I think our Mantis ship is a lot scarier than their Mantis ship. And they have no win condition. Because this takes... yeah, this will never be able to get our shields down and this won't penetrate. They really like this weapon. I do, however, worry about getting over there. What was that? Oh, this thing just shot. I was like, is that hacking? Or did they just send a boarding drone? No. Okay, so that's not a problem. We can charge this up. They don't have a med bay. So they're never going to be able to kill us. I'm going to take this out of the engines and put this into here. We're going to send a boarding drone, and then we're going to go meet the boarding drone. They are Mantis, so it should be a somewhat even fight. But they do typically have Engi. Great. Get the advantage. And they sent the Engi, you're kidding me. Stay in here and suffocate. See, this boarding drone with 2 Mantis works out quite nicely. Oh, and you spent all that time trying to run into the other room. I'm gonna run over here. There are no more life signs remaining on the ship. You strip it. And you return power to the engines, because that's usually a good thing to have. And I bring you back. And we heal up. And we do more things similar to the boarding and whatnot. I would like to try and keep us boarding if possible. It's really lucky that we found this person, because only sending over 1 Mantis would be kind of risky. We've been getting some really good luck, though. Because they keep having this weapon and weapons that aren't capable of taking down our double shields, we're getting to be a little bit more reckless by leaving our ship partially defenseless. And we did it just in time to make it to the exit. The long-range beacon is almost hidden within the nebula. But you're good to go. Zoltan Homeworld's abandoned sector. Abandoned, here we come. There have been a number of reports of advancing ships salvaging the wrecks and abandoned mining facilities in this sector. Could it be the Lanius have resurfaced? That might actually be a problem. If there's no oxygen on that ship, we might be outmatched. But first things first, our engines are pitiful. So we need 3 power into that like yesterday. That's 15% more evasion. We'll save the rest up to see if we can maybe get some more crew members so that we can start populating this ship. We're eventually going to need people on the weapons and the shields and everything. Would have liked to have had those a little bit sooner, but stuff happens. I'm just thankful that we've gotten 2 people for free. You pass a civilian ship that warns of the nearby Lanius. One of them attacked a civilian transport and started to melt their fracking hull. But then the weirdest thing happened. Another metal ship actually fired on its companion until it backed off. Apparently there are disagreements among the Lanius about what should be salvaged. The Lanius are pretty neat. You arrive at the beacon to discover a civilian ship fleeing from a lone Lanius craft. The civilian messages you. Help! The metal monsters are coming to melt down our ship. Strangely, no active weapon signatures are detected. Attack the Lanius ship or try to contact them. If there's no weapon signatures, then they're not trying to melt them. You approach the ship without activating weapons, and the civilian ship says, "Don't get any closer, just kill them," before hastily making their retreat. Ignore them and continue. You ask what they want, and the translator chirps their response. Explore. Assess trade potential. It appears to be a merchant ship attempting to make connections with other races. The civilians must have simply been too scared to ask. You check what they have to sell. Scrap recovery arm. Ooh, but they have crew members. But scrap recovery arm, this early? This is the beginning of the 3rd sector. Reconstructive transport. Do I have anything worth selling? This only shoots once. It only requires 1 power, though. It is worth 25. What could I get with that extra 25? We're getting low on fuel, so buying these is absolutely required, which leaves us a little lower. I think I'm going to sell this. Yeah, I mean, 4 shots could potentially get through triple shields if we went over and did some boarding shenanigans. So I think that's a little lower on the priority. Scrap recovery arm's just too good, though. 10% more scrap. 500 scrap and this thing pays for itself. Which we should hopefully have by the end. I think we're going to have to pick that up. Reconstructive transport would be nice later. My only regret is not being able to... Or is it? Isn't having a Lanius useful for this area too? These people would be great at learning weapons fast. What if I sell the combat drone? Because there's anti-combat drone things, like, as evidenced by right here, the anti-drone thing. So there's more things to shut this stuff down now. I would rather use the boarding drone, or a defense drone. So I think we could get rid of this. And then buy Thomas, or L. Nub, or Elizabeth. What do we have manned currently? We could stick them on weapons. If I stick a Lanius somewhere on the ship, though, that needs to be an area where we don't need to pass through. To get to shields, they'd probably want to pass through. That would cut off this part of the ship. If I grab a Lanius, I'd probably put him on the shields. Or somewhere out here. Like, they would be better out here if we could do that. I think we're going to grab a human, actually. Just so that we can actually have manned positions. So let's pick up El Nub for reasons of Nub, and put him over in the weapons room. Then you can move over to shields. Okay. You notice a number of Lanius ships absorbing a forward rebel base, and its automated scouts. They don't seem to be aggressive. Perhaps their desire for metal could prove to be useful. Try to use them to delay the rebels. You try your best to convey the notion that the approaching rebel fleet has countless automated ships scouting for them. You're not certain if you were misunderstood, but they'd appear to scoff at your suggestion. Most ships continue what they were doing, but a single ship moves to fight you. Yep, Lanius ships have no oxygen, so boarding can't be done without Lanius. I didn't think about that. I thought that only the rooms they were in wouldn't have oxygen. That does mean that we will have to use our charge laser to do away with them. Oh! Defense drone! They have missiles. We've been very fortunate to not run into too many missiles. And that is a double shot. Meaning that even evasion is wholeheartedly pointless now. As long as this doesn't get destroyed, they can't really do much of anything. Wow, that was fast. Their comm systems receives a video feed of the enemy ship crew waving small makeshift white flags. It appears they have taken research about your culture's customs quite literally. Alright, that's kind of adorable. You know what? If they were just like, we surrender, that'd be whatever. But they made small makeshift white flags. That's kind of... I think I have to let them live. And we need 3 fuel anyway. They're lucky. An image of some weak and hungry human comes onto your screen. Those metal bastards think they can just absorb half of our engines and leave us here to die? I hope you understand the need to take your ship by force. Okay. If that's really how you feel about that. We don't have a single point in doors. That's pointless. What? Yeah, you know what? Let's just drain it all then. These doors won't slow them down in the slightest. So let's make it so that they have to walk as far as possible. They won't try and take a room unless there's oxygen in that room. So let's have everybody go into this room, and then we'll open all doors on the ship and then close these 3. I really love these corner doors. They will run straight for us, and they will fight, with 2 Mantis and a slight health disadvantage. Yes, and then once they win, the Mantis will help the other ones, ensuring that everyone on my team wins. The only thing that sucks about these is that you don't get scrap or anything. Let's close all these doors. Really? They actually finished breaking it? I think we might actually be screwed. I thought I'd thought this out so well, but they actually finished breaking the oxygen before all of the oxygen drained, even with all of the doors open. I don't know that there's enough oxygen for anyone to finish. Oh my god. I shouldn't have tried that. That has got to be the dumbest way this run could have ended. There's absolutely... We can't jump. And they would die from lack of oxygen anyway. There's 0%. Nope, that's it. That is the dumbest way this could have ended. So that was our first suffocation loss. I was just like, alright, let's suffocate them like normal, then they'll run over here, and I had it all planned out, but they actually finished breaking it before the oxygen got all the way out there. I should have thought about that because of where that went. Restart. Yeah, so, because that wasn't really a run and we died by the third sector because suicide, I think it would be fair to try and give this ship another try, because this ship has a lot of potential that I failed to realize. So, let's try this again, shall we? Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you liked it. Later, everybody.